The secret recipe for beating Tiger Woods. We all know that Tiger Woods is one of golf's greatest phenomenons. While shattering records on some of golf's most prestigious golf courses, he certainly put the fear factor into his opponents both in stroke play and match play. Yet not everybody quaked in their boots at the challenge of dethroning Tiger. In fact, some would boast that there may well be a recipe in beating him. Let's find out. Phase 1. Understanding the game. Although there are many elaborate parts to the game of golf, the basics are simply narrowed down to 3 fundamental disciplines. 1. The long game, driving and iron play. 2. The short game, finesse shots within 100 yards. And 3. Putting. In the book Dave Peltz's Short Game Bible, author and golf short game guru Dave Peltz studied the best players on the PGA circuit and compiled revealing data. In his research, he ignored a player's swing fundamentals, leading to concentrate only on errors made in each of the 3 disciplines averaged over thousands of shots and hundreds of games. This was referred to as a player's performance results. He discovered professional golfers, on average, had an error factor of 7 to 8% with driving and iron play. In the short game, their error percentage jumped to a surprising 13 to 26%, and he found top PGA golfers, the best of the best, enjoyed only a 50-50 chance of sinking a 6-foot putt. He referred to these statistics as a player's percentage error index. Phase 2. Where did Tiger rank in these statistics? Who among us would be surprised to find Tiger Woods with the best all-around average percentage error index amongst the pros? The fact is, Woods is an enigma. Like Michael Jordan or Wayne Gretzky, he is a rare blend of above-average talent in the disciplines that count, which is what separates him from the rest. In Tiger's case, his ability to consistently achieve high-performance results may make him the best to have ever played the game. Despite his unquestioned abilities, though, experts and golf fanatics know that he is not the best at any one of the 3 golfing disciplines. That is to say, recent PGA standings show Darren Clarke with a 2.9% error factor as the best driver, Phil Mickelson, master of the short game, and Ernie Els, the best at putting with a 1.678% average. Each of these proving to be Tiger's rivals at any given time throughout his career. Tiger ranked a surprising 51st in the putting category. He is still, nevertheless, the best at the game and toughest to beat. The only answer to the conundrum must be his mental strength and his ability to handle the pressures of the occasion. Tiger feeds off fear, and when an opponent begins to show signs of faltering, it is as if he is waiting in the wings to pounce. On numerous occasions, like at the '98 Johnny Walker Classic with Ernie Els and the 2019 Masters with Francesco Molinari, we have witnessed Tiger destroy his opponent's lead or have an explosive final round at the majors to burst ahead of the pack. His intelligence to understand the golf course, know when to take risks, and bide his time is evident in all of his success. Phase 3. The power of 3. Hypothetically speaking, imagine for a moment that multiple players were allowed to take a team approach to improve their chances of winning. Simply put, Tiger would play against a team of 3. Clarke would do all the driving, Mickelson would work the irons, and Els would only putt. The answer is not all that mysterious. With a team approach, Tiger Woods would not stand a chance against 3 of the best players' biggest strengths. In fact, any combination of 3 players, 1 from each discipline, listed in the PGA's top 10, would overcome Woods' formidable talents. In the end, the only mitigating factor would be luck. The simple message is being good at 1 or 2 of these fundamentals does not guarantee you success against Tiger, but to be at the top of your game in each will require Tiger to elevate his above-average stats compared to the rest of the field. We see time and time again Tiger raise his game for the fans and the occasion alike. Stage 4. Play your own game versus Tiger. We all know that Tiger Woods changed the game of golf through his unique power, precision, and miraculous recovery shots on many occasions. But for those few pros on the circuit who beat him, either head-to-head or in the majors, There will be a chorus for not being stuck in Tiger's trap. He eradicates large leads, performs golf shots that very few can execute, and holes out putts from unthinkable distances. Yet some do rise through the ashes in victory, and of those, some very little do so by taking Tiger on at his own game. Tiger's opponents often have their own unique game plan that plays to their own strengths. Back in '95, Tiger, still being an amateur, faced Gary Wolstenholme in the Walker Cup at Royal Porthcrawl Golf Course in Wales. Gary relives his iconic match with Tiger, highlighting the need to play his own game. "The way I beat him was to stick to my own game. I played the Porthcrawl golf course, not my opponent, and defeated him 1-up. I was probably a couple under par, which at Porthcrawl was a good score. It was windy, the greens were very fast and bumpy, and it was a trial for everybody. If the match had been televised, it would have been a fascinating duel because of the conflicting styles of play. I was a 35-year-old who hit very short. He was 19 and a very long hitter. He would wang it all over the place and make miracle ups and downs. I was very steady. Personally, I think the reason Tiger has been so successful for such a long period of time is because he intimidates opponents. I never really felt intimidated by anybody. It's 18 tees and 18 greens, and between them, you try to get in as few shots as possible. It sounds simple, but that's the way I did it. I enjoyed the match from start to finish because it was nip and tuck all the way round, and I was lucky. I was playing the best amateur in the world, so really I had nothing to lose. While Tiger never won every tournament in existence, and there were numerous times in stroke play and match play where other players got the better of him, there has only ever been one player to have beaten Tiger twice in concession. His name, Nick O'Hearn. Nick, being an Australian left-hander, is the only player to have beaten Tiger at the Dell Match Play in both 2004 and 2007. The most notable moment in the history books between the two happened in 2007 at Dove Mountain, Tucson, Arizona. O'Hearn was up 4 through 7 holes, causing a response from Woods to fight back and square the game after 15 holes. The Aussie was hungry for yet another win against Tiger by winning the 17th hole and heading to the 18th tee 1-up. Tiger, being Tiger, managed to sink a birdie putt on the 18th hole to take the match to extra holes. Woods had the opportunity to win the match on the first playoff hole, but clearly it wasn't meant to be, with Nick capitalizing on the missed opportunity by holing out from 13 feet to win the match. After the second win, Nick had this to say: "I learned early on when I played him the first time that I wasn't going to be sucked in by his aura that he has. I stood on the first tee in La Costa, and my caddy and I had a theory, funnily enough, about how we were going to play him. Our theory was that we can't get behind this guy, because if he gets the lead, he is the ultimate frontrunner. If he gets the lead, we're kind of done." There have been many professionals on the circuit that have the skill set and experience to beat one of golf's most successful players, but very few have managed to beat him at his own game. A large part of the victories came from a strategic game plans that played to Tiger's opponent's strengths. Golf is not all about distance off the tee or miraculous recoveries. It ultimately all boils down to consistency and mental strength to overcome golf's pressures. For more golf content, tune into our next video on Golf TV, where we learn about one of Tiger Woods' greatest strengths, what led to the birth of the infamous Tiger Stinger.